You definitely shouldn't miss these ones. Cozy, story-driven games where choices matter with a sprinkle of romance. Steam had a brand new storyteller event lately, so I need to catch you up on some hidden gems that I think you should at least have heard about. If you are looking for something immersive where we can become shopkeepers, choose how to live our lives, and who we fall in love with. So here are some upcoming ones that I'm highly anticipating, as well as a few you can already play right now. Let's go. Snowkissed Romance is a life sim or dating sim where you go on a ski trip with all your friends. You choose how your trip is going to go, who you talk to, and who you go on dates with. And everything is set in the nostalgic 90s. You have different times of the day like morning, noon, and evening, and you can decide how to spend your time. You can visit different places at the ski resort, and you can even visit other people's rooms and hang out in the kitchen of your lodge. You can pick your date locations, what you're going to do together, or how you react to people. Depending on your choices, you will boost different stats, and you can unlock different endings and influence how people react to you. The characters are also voiced. I tried the demo, I really liked it, and I'm so looking forward to the full game. The next game is Japan-themed, which I know many of you will enjoy. Thanks to the devs for the review copy for inKonbini. At first, it might sound like a regular supermarket sim, but it's actually done so thoughtfully and with so much attention to the details. In inKonbini, you are running, well, a Japanese-style konbini, a convenience store. But you aren't simply restocking your shelves and organizing your products only, you can also interact with the customers. They might be looking for a specific item, and while you help them, they all have their little stories to tell. Aside from the incredibly soothing storyteller vibes and the lovely cinematic intro, it just really makes you slow down and pay attention. If you find comfort in such a gameplay loop where you mindfully go about your day and enjoy the simple things in life, you might like this one. Imagine you are a barista in the middle of Tokyo. Coffee Talk Tokyo lets you brew some cozy drinks for your customers who are trying to escape the hustle and bustle of the city life. They tell you personal things about their lives, what they're struggling with, and sometimes relationship issues too. You're just there making coffee or tea for them, and depending on how well you make their favorite drink, it changes the ending. This game feels so oddly nostalgic for me as a former Tokyo resident, and the way people talk about what they love about Japan and what troubles them feels very relatable. It is also full of Japanese spirits this time, which kind of brings some fresh wind into the series. It just got released, so definitely keep it on your radar. You don't need to have played the previous titles to enjoy it. In this game, your choices can change the course of history. It is impactful, romantic, and it can be tragic. Homura, the Crimson Warriors. You play as a female ninja serving your lord against the Tokugawa. It is set in the Sengoku period when samurai and ninja were fighting to change the fate of Japan. You have quite a bit of agency in this game, not only in how you interact with the handsome samurai and ninja, but also in how you react in combat. Do you hide, run away, or charge at the enemy? You also level up your ninja skills and you can climb up the ranks. There are love endings as well as tragic love endings. It keeps you on your toes, and I found it a really fun otome game to play. Big thanks to Idea Factory for the review code. So you romance lovers and otome gamers out there, I am always happy to spot you in the comments. Also, consider subscribing if you're a big fan of social sims and romance games like me. In ReStory, you are running an electronics repair shop in Tokyo. So you are restoring old devices such as game consoles, phones, or even Tamagotchis. Meanwhile, you get to talk to the customers, get to know them, and hear about their stories. It is meant to be heartfelt, and your decisions will impact your customers' lives, so there are branching storylines where you can decide what is going to happen. For example, should the student confess to his crush? It will be really fun to see the outcome of those choices. choices. The device restoring mechanics also look incredibly soothing, so if you find pleasure in games where you can just turn your brain off and just clean and restore things, I think this one will be very interesting. ReStory will launch this year, so stay tuned for a more definite release date. I can't get enough of games that give us fun dating mechanics and cooking in one game. So High Times is a dating and cooking sim where we manage our own cafe and we become a donut therapist, so to speak. So our cooking and the way we bake our donuts will change our customers' mood. They can make them passionate, more courageous, or sincere, and you will get different endings depending on your donuts and your choices. If you are feeling bold, you can even date multiple people at once. You can decorate your shop and it just sounds a little bit chaotic, but also really fun. Your main character is also customizable, so you can choose your face and clothes as well. It will be released on July 23rd this year, and I'm so curious about this one. If you could live an entire life from childhood to adulthood, how would you decide to spend it? I can't get this one out of my head. Our Life and Now and Forever is sort of a life sim with inclusive, heartfelt romance, and it is going to be for free. You have a fully customizable protagonist whose personality you can freely shape through the story, and it will also heavily impact the people in your life. You can be bold and extroverted, or you can be very reserved and shy. There even is a jealousy system, and the feelings the characters have for each other don't need to turn out mutual. The love interest already managed to make my heart flutter in the demo, and I simply cannot wait to start my very own life in Golden Grove. The early access version will drop in November this year, so stay tuned. The Witch's Bakery is a super charming RPG adventure with a social system that reminds me of Persona. We are playing as Lune, leading a magical witch's life in France. The day and night cycle and its gameplay loop are what really draws me to this game. By day, we are running our business and serving customers, and in the evening, we socialize and maintain relationships with the people in the city, and we heal their troubled hearts. The vibes are so pretty in this one, and we can look forward to exploring the scenic streets of Paris, including sites like the Notre Dame. It will dive deeper into a more vulnerable, emotional narrative where Lune enters a person's heart palace, a location where people's emotions and thoughts physically manifest. As a storyteller fan, I cannot wait to get my hands on it this year. Tavern Talk Dreamwalker is a D&D-inspired fantasy adventure where we run a cozy seaside tavern and mix magical drinks. It is wholesome, the characters are diverse and inclusive, and the drink mixing mechanics are actually so in detail, you get to choose yourself how exactly you want to mix them. And there is always more than one solution. The travelers you meet will be affected by your magical potions, which can give them strength, courage, and other stats on their quests. So you can change everybody's fate, hear about their adventures, and become close friends with them. As cozy as this game is, it is still covering heavier topics that will hit you right in the feels, so be aware of that. But the fantasy D&D aesthetic and the character designs are so charming and fun. You don't need to have played the first game to enjoy it. The Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities is a cozy, supernatural shop sim where we are trusted with running our aunt's antique shop. It is a place full of secrets and mysteries, and there are 5 unique love interests that you can fall in love with. I like that we get to choose how to go about our day, how to run our shop, how to haggle, attend events, and more. It promises that every playthrough will be different, and not only our choices and actions determine each outcome, but also our stats and a bit of luck. We can name our protagonist, choose our pronouns, and try to keep our shop afloat while we settle down and find a new home in Willowmist. There are way more cozy titles with socializing, romance, and stat raising that I'm looking forward to this year. So if this is all up your alley too, please stay tuned and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, lovelies, and take care. Thank you so much, dear channel members. Danny, MJ, Ty, Liana, Faye, Alex, Katie, Wilmina Astor, and El Gabriel.